everybody, welcome to Lisa's Art Room. Today we're going to be working some more on this Rolife DIY miniature house, Cathy's flower house, and we're going to continue putting this together. This is part 3. If you haven't seen the other parts, they are on YouTube and they will be on Facebook for 30 days from the original post. So let's see, I've got to pull you guys up, do a sound check, and make sure I can hear you guys. Let's see. It's not showing. Okay. All right, let's check the sound. It's always delayed. Come on. All right. Seems all right. Okay. I'm waiting for a couple of people to jump on so I can tell everything's working okay. Looks like I'm seeing some people jumping in. I'm going to apologize ahead of time in case I seem sniffly. I seem to have, I don't know if it's cold or allergies, but I'm sniffling like crazy today, so I apologize. I try not to sneeze. Hopefully I don't. Alright, I think this is good. So I'm going to go ahead and just pull the camera up top and we'll go ahead and get started on this, alright? 1 second. Put stuff over here out of the way. I have a lot of boxes. Shouldn't leave that. Switch glasses, I probably do. I have a hard time seeing these little things. Alright, let's see, where are we at? I think we are on page 13. Yeah, so here's where we're at on the build. We've got the base done and these few things. Okay. And it looks like we're jumping into some books and then some plants. So we're just going to go in order. I'm going to get you guys zoomed in. I'm going to throw a little bit of tape out. Just use blue tape. So I'm going to zoom in. And I don't want to be out of screen. Actually, it's just these 3 sides. See, we'll just start with, this is B6, and then some papers are M6, 7, 8, and 15. Alright, so papers are in here. falling off. Right, so 6, 7. 6 is the insect. Does it show me the pictures? Oh, both of those are 6. Okay, I get it. These 2 are 6, and these 2 are 7. Oh, and 8. Where's 8? There's 8. That's both of these. Right? Yeah. And then 15, is it the wrong ones? Yeah. Okay. And then B6, which is these. And that's it. Yeah. Okay, we need some double stick tape. Double stick tape. I might need a hammer, I don't know. At some point I'll need it. Oh, man. I do not want to sniffle this whole time. Grab a tissue, guys. Reach them. Try to keep on sniffling. So, let's see, it looks like you stick 2 books together. 2 books together. And then, does it say a number? Do not use this 3rd set. These are singles. Okay, I get it. Alright, so singles for M7, which was this set. What's up with the little tiny ones? They don't seem big enough. That's weird. Huh. I'll try to figure this out. Alright, where's... Oh, it goes on the accordion one. Okay. And that one goes on the other accordion one. Oh, okay, I get it. That's for these. Alright, so first step is to glue these 2 together. These need some sanding. Got a little splinter there. Zoom in. See how close I can get without it being weird. To stay inside there. Alright, so first steps are this one, this one, this one, this one. Alright, basics. So I'm just gonna sand off these little splinters. You don't always get rough edges, but sometimes you do. Alright. And I guess I'll put the things inside. Not that it really matters, but we'll put them inside. So double stick tape. It shows, stick on both sides. Why has it got one and then two? Honestly, do not know. I'm half tempted to use glue, honestly, but let me think about it. I'm gonna use glue. It just saves me so much time from having to peel. Since they're just really going together anyway. This art glitter will dry pretty fast. But you can use the double stick tape if you want. Still a little burr there. Probably gonna sand it. Try to make sure they're flush. That's the nice thing actually about using the glue is you do get a second to make sure they're flush, because if you stick them with the double stick tape and they're not flush, you really don't get a chance to move it. Alright, so it's showing book A is the insect story. I believe these are pre-scored. Yeah, they're pre-scored. So you can give it a little fold first if you want. They are pre-scored. So you can tell that this one, I don't know if you can see the difference here. See how wide that one is and how this one is? You can tell that this is one of the singles. It makes it a little easier to tell. All right. See how that's doing. Yep, that's pretty solid. Okay. So then it says to put your tape on the outside, which again, I could just use the glue. We'll try the glue. I think it's just going to be faster. I'm so used to using it for, you know, my junk journaling. I just like that it gives me a little more time to just fit it in there, you know. Make sure everything is flush. Is that the right one? Yeah. You could put the glue here, but I don't know if it's really necessary. If you cut it on both sides, it's probably not necessary. I'm just wiping my fingers off. I have like a washcloth next to me. Make sure I ain't glue on my fingers. Okay, there's two. And then this one is a single piece. should go a little bit faster because I'm not having to try to peel all those, which I think just takes up a lot of time. Oops. Well, that glued fast. Hold on, I gotta fix it before it gets totally stuck. Our glitter is fast. For some reason it got crooked on me. Alright, it's a little sloppy, but it'll be fine. Oh, why it got crooked on me? One. All right, what else? Accordion books. We'll set these aside. So these are just 2 pieces, and the other pre-scored. So you just want to see what the direction is, if you can see it. They're very hard to see. I'm gonna cheat. So look up. It has writing, but honestly I can't. Oh, is that a root? That's a root. Alright, so it goes this way. Is that the front of the book or the back of the book? Does it matter? I'm not sure. So you want to fold it so that there's a white edge on the inside, and then each of the colored pages are on the front. Okay, so like that, and then all the white will be on that side, and then all these will be on this side. And then it goes inside the folder. So which one goes in which? Does it matter? It probably doesn't, but we'll try to do it the way they say. So book E is, they're both in 15, so it really doesn't matter. I'll bet you they're even the same picture, honestly. They're really similar. So it probably doesn't matter. Now, does this have a top and up and down? It probably does. There's a little thing there. It's where it didn't quite punch out. There. So the question is, now for this one, it puts, where does the tape go? The tape just goes, keep my screen for that, yeah. On the outside. Can't tell, I think it just goes on the outside there. Alright, let me see if I can figure this out. Alright, that's the top and bottom. This, I've got this as the top. Okay, so it goes in that way. I'm just going to see how well it fits first, and then go from there. Alright, so it fits like that. I think I'll do one side at a time. Might be safer. I'm going to do this side, just glues to it, yeah. I'm not using the double stick tape, I know. Breaking all the rules. They're not really rules, they're guidelines. Alright, so we get that stuck. And then I'm going to open up and do the back pages. Spine. Stuck, and then I'll do the front or the back, whichever it is. I don't know. I don't know now. Doesn't matter. All right. Okay. There's that little book. We'll do this one. You can glue the spine first if you want. Just make sure you're on the right side. Where's my tweezers at? These are reverse tweezers or locking tweezers. They're typically called reverse tweezers. Is that the front of it? Yep, that seems to be the up-down part. I'm going to glue the spine first. See how that goes. Make sure it's flush. Looks pretty flush. Get that right in the middle. I'll do the back. Same steps if you're doing the double stick tape. I didn't even check to see which was up and which was down. Not that it matters. Nobody's going to open these books and look at them. They're pretty much inside the greenhouse, and that's going to be it. All right, there's 2 books. Well, technically 6 books. All right, so we got all these little books, and we will jump on to small potted foliage. Say the word right. We need DG104G, and we need G5, P11, 12, 13, 18, and 24. All right, so D. Let's see if I can find D. D paper, or is it? It's wood. Okay. Oh, it's G. It's not D. Can't remember what letter I'm looking for. Alright, so G5. 2 of those. Those. I think they'll pop out of there. Wow, they are not popping out of there. Interesting. Where's my pointy tool? I thought they'd pop out pretty easy, but I guess not. I'm just going to try to cut the wood where it connects. It's got the little lines. Let's see if that helps. Are they moving? They're still not moving. Wow. They are in there. I have no idea if that's the right one. I don't remember if it was the top or the bottom. Goodness gracious. Alright, what do we got that I can poke that with? Too wide? Yep, too wide. Paintbrush, maybe? Let's try this. There we go. They're hard to get out of there. Alright, 2 G5s, a P24, Oh, it's a bead. Looks like it's in 4. It's a bead. I thought it was wood. Technically, it probably is a wood bead. And then P18 looks to be black. So that one. That one. They look like valve stems from your tires. Is it this one? I think it's this one. 3 P11s. Here, I'm just going to pour this out. Try not to send them flying. Alright, we need 3 P11s, which is the pink ones. There's 1, 2, 3, and then we need a P12, which is this. I think it's that. Yeah, it's that. Okay, is that all of our parts? P52. This one or this one? Are they the same? I think they're the same. Alright, is that everything? Maybe jump to the other side to make sure. Yes. Okay, I think so. I'm going to need this again, so let's just throw it in here though. Oh, don't put that up, you need that. To pour some of that other glue out in the tray so it gets tacky for me. I like it after it starts tacking up a little bit. Come on. You can tell it's the nozzle. Maybe. Don't need much. I never end up using it all, honestly. The nozzle is not great. It doesn't go up and down very well. Okay, glue just in case. Double stick tape. And so these have to be cut a very specific way. So first step is this one, and it is cut just above that notch. I should be able to use these scissors. Try not to cut the things I'm not supposed to cut. Just above the notch. Okay. And then I'm just go ahead and cut them all. This one gets cut just above the base, approximately there. And then the last one gets cut, looks like just 2 pieces of it. You leave the last, is it just the very top? I'm trying to see if it's got, I think it has one set of these ones with the spikes on it. The others don't have spikes. It looks like it has one set of those. So just above this one. Okay. 2 of them, 2 So all the little extra pieces put back in the bag because you will be using them again later. Alright, so let's jump to number 1, which is the white one there. I'm just going to move these up here. So that one, that one. Yes, yeah, I think so. Looks like it all stays together. Alright, so you put tape on the end of each of the little pieces. So the way that is done is you take the tape and you set it on the very tip. Man, I watch some of these other people do this and they do it so much easier than me. And then it wraps around it, so you just wrap it around, and you can kind of wrap it around and circle it. You just basically want it sticky on the end there. And then one of the little pink ones go on that. And it should just squish in there fairly snug. Okay, so there's one. It seems to be just this little short one's. That was actually a scrap piece, but the little short one should be enough. If you feel like you need more, you could use one of the longer ones and wrap it around. Man, I can never get them started. I'm going to go with a little bigger piece of, should I? No, because the opening's really small. We'll stick with the small one. So this one just goes on this little tip. Hey, Deborah. Am I zoomed enough? I have no idea. Honestly, my camera setup is not the best. I'll show you up close on this one. So, it just squishes in there. Okay. Then, takes one of these and one of these little plug things. You squish it in there. If it feels like it's got too much of a burr that it's not going to go in, you can just give it a slight sand, and then it should go in. Sometimes you have to kind of push it on your table. Just try to make sure you got it kind of straight. I don't have the finger strength to do this very well. I'm just going to try to push it on my table. Just got to line it up. All right, and it just closes off that end. And then you want all 3 of these to go in there. Oddly, it's not showing glue there. What? Was I supposed to do 2 of these? I'm so confused. It has 1. Is there a difference between this and this? Oh, this is with the other leaves, that's why. I was so confused there for a minute. It's not showing glue on these, but I don't know, maybe it'll fit pressure-wise. We'll try it. I think you need these leaves off. It doesn't show them on this picture. It shows them here. I'm going to cut them off because I don't think it's going to go in there with them. So, and you could try cutting just 2 and see if that works, but I have a feeling I'm going to need to cut them all. Yeah, it's just going to be too fat, so we're just going to cut them like the second picture. I bet you just could go above that. Yeah, because it's not that long. I'm just going to go above it. All right, so I got 1 of these, and then these. I think these keep their little stems. So we'll squish that one in there and see how that fits. And then we'll squish the other one in there. If you can't get it, then you might need to take some of the leaves off. But I will try. See if I can get it in there. It's a tight fit. It really is. There. Just squish them in there as best you can. But yeah, you could take the leaves off if you wanted, because I think it would make that middle one taller, which I feel like it needs to be. You know what? I'm going to pull it out and take off those bottom leaves. I don't know if I missed it saying it, but it feels like it would fit much better. Yeah, see, I see them here, but I don't see them here. And it doesn't really say it, but I think you definitely need to either make them shorter or something. So we're just going to cut that bottom section. So I don't know if it's just missing that instruction or if I'm not reading it right. It could be me. We'll try that again. The idea is to get the middle one longer and the 2 side ones shorter. This should make it easier too to get in there. That's better. There you go. Squish everything down as best I can. As far as that goes. I guess so. It seems a little loose, but if it's too loose, throw a piece of tape around the whole mess and then shove it in there. But I think it'll be all right. So we're going to leave that like that. And we will jump on to the second potted plant, which is this one. So it has four. I only see 3. I don't know why I got 4. All right, so one we'll put back in the bag. Looks like we need 3, and it looks like they have their bottom leaves cut. Let's think about how long this is. Yeah, we're just gonna cut off the bottom leaves. Again, it's not really showing you that. If you look really close, it kind of looks like it might be missing, but I don't know. We're just gonna cut it off and see how it fits. I'm going to do one, see how it fits. That looks about the right height. I think so. This one doesn't have flowers, it's just leaves. Alright, so just shove them all in there. Oh, I didn't put the bottom on. Put the bottom on first. Or it just goes through. Okay. one need tape? Yeah, it's still not showing tape. That's interesting. I'm trying to remember on the other videos I watched if the girl used tape or not. I don't know. There's no flower on this one? Interesting. Because this has a middle spot for a flower. Does the other one? The other one doesn't. You know, I'm going to save this piece because it has like a little place for a flower. And I'm going to use these three that don't have that instead. Because I have a feeling that might be for somewhere else. Because these don't really have flowers. Is that too long or not? I guess it matters. I'll try to shove them in there and see if it works. That's tight. Come on. Okay, there we go. That's good. 2 flowers, and then the third one, this little bead. Got leaf parts everywhere. And 2 pieces of this. Surely it does not stay that big. Huh. Interesting. Showing it staying this big with one set of these little things, but it seems awful big. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I'm just checking the size. Oh, maybe it's all right. This one shows tape on both the ends. So, grab a piece of tape. How you doing, Deborah? It's not coming off. Stay on my plant. Stay. I just want the paper. There you go. There's one. It's so tedious. That stem seems a little short, but maybe it'll be all right. I think I'll wrap them together with it if I can get this off and started. Okay. So I'm gonna put them together. Let's see if I can kind of pull them together with that sticky stuff. There. Is that enough? Is that enough sticky stuff? Let's see. Yeah, I think so. Alright, so there's that one. Okay. Let's see. Clean up some of my mess. Don't think I need any of these parts. Alright. Next step, we have potted grass, they're calling it. So it's the little silver bead. Where's that bag? So we need P15. thing. Oops, we have leftovers too. Looks like the whole thing. Maybe. Is that P52? That's P52. Why does it look different? I don't know. What's the difference? Is that P52? I don't know. I can't tell. Hang on. Let me grab that other sheet. Where is it? In the box. I can't tell the plant. Let's see if I can figure it out. Alright, so P15 and P52. 15 is definitely this one. Right? And then 52 is this one. Huh. I don't know. It's gotta be. It seems like it's the same plant. I don't know. Just looking at the base and the structure. I'll bet they're the same plant. It looks a little shorter, but that's the only difference, really. I assume maybe it's in a different bag. I'll bet that's what it is. Where's bag 6? That's what it is. Phew. Thought my brain was just gonna die there. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Alright, bag 4, where'd you go? Put these back where they go. And so P22 is this little silver thing. And then these 3 things. I only see 2. Why do I only see 2? Oh, there it is. Alright. I figured it out. I was in the other bag. You really got to pay attention to bag numbers. I would have thought it would have been in the same bag, but I guess not. I was wrong. So, bag 6 is P52. And I think I only need one of them. There's 2 the same, right? Yep. So I need one of those. Okay. I'll put this back in bag 4 because sooner or later it's going to come back up. These are my scraps. It said to hang on to them, so put them back in 4. Okay. Got P52 out of there. Let's get to the next page. Alright. So this one, looks like we're just cutting off the very ends. Try to see if I can count the leaves. 1, 2, it looks like 3 come off. So we'll go above that one somehow. Try and get it all squished down where I can cut it. There's 1. So basically you're taking off 3 of the leaf layers. Trying to do it without cutting the other leaves as it flies across the room. Come on. Alright, there's those 3. This back in right bag for now. Probably need it again in a minute. Oh, I was wrong bag. Let's go send 4. Bag 4. Put it back in bag 4. Okay. So we'll do these first. These are in the little gold trays and the silver tray. I don't know why that one's bagged. There's something special about it. It's very light. I thought it was going to be metal. It's not. It's plastic. All right, so these get tape on the bottom of the plant. Where's my tweezers? So just kind of wrap around, yeah. Just kind of wraps all the way around. If you can hold on to it. Need my reverse tweezers. Sits in there. Okay, so a little succulent. Let's see, I'm gonna try to zoom. I need to move over just a little bit. That's the problem when I zoom, it makes my seat go really, really left, and I have to kind of scooch my whole body over. Right there. Trying to make it so y'all can see. I don't know how some of these people who film and have the really close up do it. I have no clue. I don't have that set up. So you do want to make sure that that little tip is completely off. So cut it as close as you can without cutting the leaf. It just makes this tape lay better. It's sticky. Okay. Is that what I was supposed to do? No. Right? No, it says 2. That was right. It did say 2. Alright, 2 of those. And then one of these, I guess. Hold on to it. Oh my goodness. I got it kind of high up there. I wanted to see if I could squish it down on the bottom a little bit more. If I can get a hold of it. Okay. The bead isn't quite that wide. There. Let's try that. Just sits in there, right? Oops, upside down. Okay. It's gonna stand up. Kinda. Alright, kinda. And then the next one is the P52 plant, which is smaller. Same pot. It looks like, why does it show 2 sections? That's weird. It's showing 2 missing. Did I use the wrong one somewhere? I did. That's why. I see. They had one of the one in the bead. I was supposed to use P52. That's what I did wrong. I mean, it's not terrible. I guess it's just probably taller. The question is, will I need these somewhere? Don't bother taking it out. I mean, it's how much bigger is it? It's not that much difference in size. I think I'm just going to leave it. It's a little difference in size, but it's not that much. But I was supposed to use these. All right, so that's why it only shows 2. I couldn't figure out why it only showed 2 stems left, and that's why I think. It's because I was supposed to have used them, maybe. Oh no, that's on the pot. Yeah, that's right. Because I was supposed to have used them. Okay. Well, we learn as we go. All right, so now I need just one of these. And then it looks like you cut the tip off. Why? You just don't want you to have it because it's like the little flower thingy, I guess. Are they all like that? No? Huh. I don't know. We'll just cut it off. I'll find out later I need it. I'm afraid to cut it off. I'm afraid I'll need it later. See what I'm talking about. Here, I'll show you. See on this one? Okay. This one has the little part where a flower like would attach. See it? But the other ones on the same thing do not have that part. But the picture shows you cutting off maybe that part. I don't know. So I'm just gonna use one of these without it. We'll figure it out. They're plants. How wrong could it go? I don't know. All right. So just want you to have 2 stems, it looks like. So I assume it's the second 2. So we'll take that one. Nothing go on the end of there. Doesn't look like it. All right, so we'll take that one and then 2 of them. See if we can get it. Does it need a stem? Nope, it doesn't need a stem. Okay, so right here. Right there. This part's a little complicated. If you don't do these regularly. Stick. There it goes. And into the bead. All right. Teeny tiny little succulent. Okie dokie. Next, I hope I was in camera. I wasn't looking. We need another one of those little stoppers. We need G6. Just one? So just one. G6. I'm just going to use the paintbrush because that seemed to work okay. Do I have to cut it? Yeah, that'll work okay. 6. Just take off the burrs while I'm at it. And then P19 goes in the bottom, right? It doesn't say to do it now, but we all know it does. That's what's going to happen, so. There. All right, get that in the bottom. And then, there we go. Which number of plants are we on? We are on 52. No. Yes? 15. The long one. Did I put it back in the bag? Yes. This one. Okay, we need 3. Huh. Okay. They don't have the stems. They're already gone. Okay. It shows cutting the little stems off, but this particular one, they're already off, so, because we already did that earlier. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so you just cut these. Looks like about here. Get rid of that. So you're left with that. Right, times 2. Oh, okay. Well, you made me do 3. I don't know why. So times 2, and then we need those orange flowers. Orange. Okay. And they're going to go in this. Let's see how they fit. That looks good. Okay. So we need to figure out how to put tape on this. It shows it with a little bit of stem left. So I don't have any stem left on this one. Which makes me wonder if I should cut another. Yeah, I can probably make it work. I do have, let me see if the other one left a better stem. No, that one's not got all 3, so that doesn't work either. Does this one have good stem? So maybe I cut a little too close when I did it. That one's not too bad. I'm just going to pick the 2 that are longest. Seems to be these 2. Honestly, the stuff's sticky enough, it probably won't matter. It really doesn't have a lot to grab hold of, because there's not much stem there. Kind of makes me wonder if it told me to leave more and I just ignored it. Who knows? Am I going to need more sticky tape? I'm going to put more sticky tape. I'll just put a cross section of it. As long as I can get it to stay on there. Good enough? Good enough. All right. So, if you're doing it, try to leave a little more of that stem when you cut that top piece off. So it has just a little bit popped up to grab hold of. Granted, it's very hard to even get it on there. Come on. I'm just going to do a cross section because I think it works better anyway. There's one. And two. That's better. Okay, let's push it on there. All right, 2 of those. And then that goes into this little thimble. Does it show tape? Yeah, that one shows some tape. We'll go with this medium-sized one. I watched one of the girls do this, and oh my gosh, the girl is a pro. She wraps this tape around these guys like it is nothing. I cannot seem to do that. I lost the top. I'll put it back on in a second. Alright, so pull this off. And we're going to take this and wrap it around. Like that. And shove it in the vase. Or not. My finger stuck to this and I pulled it right back out. Stay. Might need more. It feels a little, it's not thick enough. I need some more. Put a little bit more. Sometimes you just need that thickness. All the little tape. I could throw glue in there, but I'm not gonna. So honestly, I think the double stick tape works a little bit better. If I can get it to start. There we go. I keep losing that one top. I might have to put more tape on it. So I'm just gonna put more of this on here. Just trying to get it to thicken up a little bit so it'll hold to the inside. Still not holding. Oh my gosh. I don't know. We'll probably leave it. What should I do about this guy? I guess I could throw a little glue on there. Which one of my glues would be best? Probably the one we've been using. It sticks to plastic and stuff. I'm trying to find my silicone thingy. I think I want the flat one. I'm going to take a little bit of this because I am fighting with this flower. I'm just going to add it to the end there. Let's see if it will stay. I think once it dries it will, but it might take a minute for it to dry and stay. Alright, I'm going to try and give that a go. I'm just going to set it aside and see if it'll not fall over. It's totally falling over. Alright, fall over. I'm like, I'll fight with you. Okay. Challenging. Okay. Where are we at? We are on to green plant. We need the bucket, which is in bag 4. We need some wire. Yeah, wire in bag 5. And we need another P52 in bag 6. So bag 6, P52. I'm going to put this P52 back in here because I don't know if it's enough. use it. How much do we cut off of it? Let's see. Just 2 pieces. You know what? I already have 2 pieces off, so let me make sure they're the right height, but I think they are. Yeah. I already have one that's cut already. I'm just going to use it. Because why not? And then I'll take one of these. Because I just need 2 of these. Looks like about there. And then find the bucket. Which bag was that? Bucket. The wire is in 5. Big old thing of wire. I assume that's the right one. Okay, I don't know. It's elsewhere. Cutting length. So you need just a very short piece of this wire. So they give you a little measuring thingy. Don't use your nice scissors when cutting wire, guys. Ideally. Just some wire snips. Okay, from there to there. Whole thing of wire. And it just tells you to make a little hook at the end. I'm going to cheat and use this little crimper. It's too hard on my fingers. I have no idea where I got this thing from. I found it in a toolbox. You can just use your needle nose pliers too. Which I have some of those too. But you just want to make a little fold in. Like a little hook kinda. And then shape this like a handle. I'll try to get it kinda halfway decent. Halfway decent handle. Kinda, sorta. Could have gone a little bigger on that side. Just a fraction bigger. Okay, just a little handle. It just sits off to the side. And then our little flowers. Tape on the ends. Check the length. I think the length is good. Alright, tape. A medium-sized tape. silly. I keep thinking I'll get better at this, but I'm not. Like on my finger. Alright. Oh, it's supposed to have a sticker on it too. I forgot to do that. Let me find the sticker. I didn't get it. K26. K26. I feel like I'm wondering if that's the one that fell off the other day. Let me see. If it's not on here, it fell off, but I don't know. It might still be on here. I think that's M. I have a feeling that it's one of the ones that's already kind of pulled. Okay. So I already went through a lot of those flowers and punched them out because I didn't want to take hours and hours trying to punch them on camera. I feel like K26 fell off when I was doing that. Yeah, there it is. There it is. So I just have them all organized in here with their numbers. Make life easier. It's not a sticker, of course, it's just paper. It calls for double stick tape, but I'm just going to use glue because I'm a rebel. So, I don't know what that says. Something spring. Kind of try to center it. You can use your double stick tape if you want. But it should lay much flusher with the glue. I noticed on the ones I saw online, people doing it, it was sticking up on the, like, must not have got glue on that end. This glue will dry clear, so I'm not worried if I use too much. I just wanted it flush. Okay, good. But one is kind of trying to fall out. There. Is that it? I think so. Alright, so set that aside. Clean glue off my finger. Okay, next we have, what time is it? Alright, we're okay. We have a mug, some sort of a jar, bag. We need G10. piece 17, piece 16. So yellow, the yellow one, and this one. And then the mug is number 2, right? This little plastic thingy. And this very tiny cup. So you wonder how I'm going to put that in there, but okay. Alright, let's see. We'll start with the yellow one. The yellow one goes in the plastic thing. Huh, okay. This goes in the top this time. Like that. And then it says to cut, looks like just one piece off. I'm trying to see if it matters. It kind of shows like a medium one-ish. I might go with this one. And then how much stem? About yay. And this, just one of these things. Looks like just one of these. How much stem? It doesn't show a lot of stem. I think it's going to need some to go into that little hole, so we're going to leave about this much. Seems like it wouldn't work very well. Is that it? That's it. Okay. If you say so. Alright, so glue on this guy first. We're not going to use glue, we're going to try to use the tape. I'll go with a medium piece. I'm doing that because that hole seems a little bit big. I'm trying not to let it go crazy when I do this. It wants to kind of take off and go on its own, but I'm trying to keep it punched. Right, and then it just goes in the hole, right? Yeah. Just put it in the hole. Do you get rid of that middle one? Seems like the middle one would be in the way, doesn't it? I have no idea. I guess they're just kind of sticking it next to it there because it doesn't seem to go in the hole. It just goes on that plant. It seems like it'd be better if it went in the hole. Well, if it's not doing that, I'm going to cut it a little bit shorter since it's not going in the hole. Not too much, but just a little. I guess it's just attaching to the leaf. I don't want 2 of those. Although I could use 2, I guess. Probably wouldn't matter. They give you more than enough tape in these kits, so don't ever be afraid of using more tape because you'll... Okay. Wrap that around. Try and stick it to one of these leaves, I guess. I think I need more tape in the hole though, because it's loose. See, that's not even going to stay there. What? There's no way. I don't like the instructions on this one. Are some of these different? They are a little different. Again, I keep picking the one that's got a thing in the middle. I don't think you want a thing in the middle. So I'm just going to cut it off. I need to put more tape on this because it's not going to stay. So yeah, it's got, see how it's got that one in the middle there? And I thought maybe I could just stick it to it, but it's not working. So I'm just going to get rid of it. I'll just make my own instructions, I guess. Ideally, I think it should have had a actual hole to go through and into the thing, but it doesn't, so we're going to try to get it to stick, but it's going to have to be shorter. With a lot more glue or something. Yeah, that's weird. Maybe I should do glue. I don't know. It's just not really staying very well. I'm just going to put a lot more tape on here. Sorry, I keep pulling it toward myself and getting out of the camera, I'm sure. I'm trying not to. Okay. Just let go and stick to that. All right. See if we can get the stick on here. Are you gonna stay? Kind of, sort of. All right. Now I've lost that glue in that hole, so we'll grab some more. If I can get that to stay. It's barely hanging. Man, that's a weird one. It needs a hole. It really does. I might just throw a glob of glue on there, guys. Be done with it. Oh, come on. They don't want to stick to the plastic very well. I'm complaining too much. Sorry. I get frustrated. All right. All right, let's get you back in the hole. Stay. And this, I just don't know. I guess I could just make it flatter. If I completely take it off and then I can have all that area to grab hold of, I think that'll work better. Now it says to have a stem, but it's just not working. So we're just going to make it a little bit flatter. That way it can kind of have more surface space. doesn't stick up as far, but it works. At least it's stuck. Hey, Miriam. Hey, Kim. All right. Next, we have the little cup. It's a tiny little cup. And which one was it? It's the same one. Still a piece of this. It's just a small piece of it. We'll pick the smallest one. Give it a tiny tail, I think. Stay. Okay, I will get it. Maybe, maybe not. Let's try the other side. The slippery plastic just doesn't seem to like this double stick tape. Would you just stay on there, please? All right, I'm gonna get a new one because that one's had it. I'm wondering if I need to. I'm just gonna give it some texture. Okay, stay. Okay. It's a little tall. Of course it's too tall. You think there's enough tape? I think so. It won't even stand up. That's a huge plant for that little big cup. But it's on there. Main camera. I'm trying to see if my camera will catch up. Here, we'll just stand up. Nope. Oh, there we are. It's on there. It's teeny tiny. Okay. That one was challenging. I did it. 20 minutes. All right. Now we have, where was this? Back 4. I think this was 4? I don't remember now. I put them in the wrong bag. Hold on. 4. Okay. Put it back in 4. Any other pieces we can just throw back in. Okay. All right. A pipe, which they're calling it a pipe, but it looks like a hose to me. I think it's supposed to be like a garden hose. Okay, so you have this piece and this piece. And a little copper end thingy. I think it is this one. And it says to cut length. So this does not mean the length of this. Don't let that confuse you. They're only telling you how much to cut off of it. And that's technically after it's in there, but you don't do it at the same time because it's harder to cut. These have little plastic things on the ends. You'll need to pull those off. If you can. Maybe. Wow. That's really on there. You know what? I'm just going to cut it. It doesn't want to come off, so I'll just leave it on there. I could probably cut it with a knife, but let's see if this one will pull off. Nope. Fine. We'll just leave it on there. I'll just cut it right up to it. It's just like a protector thing, I assume. This pen's really easy. Okay. So this goes in here. I'm trying to make sure that it's not going to hinder me, and it is. All right. So they want you to cut off basically a 1/2 centimeter. So just measure about a 1/2 centimeter. Cut that off. And then they want you to put this inside that. But I've got to get this little protection off of here, so I'm just going to grab my knife. It doesn't even tell you about it, but I saw the other girls take it off, so I assume it comes off. So I'm just going to try and cut it off of there. It's going to peel. Nope. Get a little bit closer. There. Okay. Let's see if we can do the other side. It's just a little rubber end cap, but it didn't want to pull off. Come on. It's really on there. Get over there. Okay, there. Finally. All right, then we can feed this through. Now it'll go in. It should stick out a certain amount. If it's not enough, so if you want it to stick out this much on one end and this much on the other end, so if the amount that they tell you to cut off isn't enough, which it doesn't seem to be, cut off more. So I'm going to cut off a little bit more because that's not enough. I think about maybe that much more. Let's see. Closer. Yeah, that should be about right. So the long end, you're going to put some tape there. Put my lid on this before I cut myself. Put some tape on the end of the wire for the bead. I'll go with the small one. I think it'll be fine. So just at the base of where you want it to stop. So about here. Okay. And then put the bead on there. Just should be long enough to, you want it to kind of look like a nozzle. So about yay long. Now, if it's not sticking, you may have to throw some more tape on there. Mine is, it's still wanting to move around too much, so I'm going to throw another little piece of tape right here next to it. Just to get it sticky enough. Just squish it in there. Okay. Then you want to shape it so it looks like it wraps once. Trying to figure out how. It's one of those things you'll just have to, my bead came off. You'll just have to finagle and see if you get your wrap right. This is going to hang on the wall on a little hook. That little black hook. All right, let me get my bead back on here. I think I need another piece of tape. It's just not thick enough. Alright, so there's your little hose. Okay. Alright, put that aside. What time is it? Back to broom. Broom is in bag 5. P34, just the general wire. It is. Okay. So, some more of this green wire. Does it tell me how long to cut the green wire? It does not. Interesting. It does tell you this, though. So, is it the whole bundle? That seems like a lot, doesn't it? Is it the whole bundle? 1, 2, 3, 4. That seems too much. It can't possibly be the whole bundle. Alright, we're just gonna wrap it. It's not really giving me super detailed instructions here, but judging on how far it is on this little toothpick, you want your wrap to be double that, so about there. So I'm just going to wrap like, I don't know, 4 times maybe. I'll see, maybe 5, 4 or 5. It's not a super big broom, so it's probably enough. We'll go one more. So just get yourself a wrap. I feel like my wrap is horrible. I'm just going to wrap it again. It's hard to hold together. Is this long enough? No. 3 fingers maybe? to be wider. Well, we'll just do it like that. I think. This is more complicated than it should be. About there. Okay. I think I got it. You want all the round parts at the top to stay together, so if there's an extra one, just pull it off. And then we'll cut these at the base. About here. And then the stick goes just kind of inside there. There. I'm debating if it needs one more loop. Maybe one more. I'll put one more. They're really just loops, so you can kind of just add one. All right, one more loop. And then we're going to wrap wire around it to hold it. How much wire? I don't know. It doesn't tell you. So just wrap wire until it looks right. Let's try that. Maybe. Debating if it needs more, but I don't know. Let's give one more go around there. Okay, so that looks about right. There's like a red line there. I don't know if you probably can't see it. I don't know. Can't tell how close you can see. All right. So there's a little broom. And what's this left? Back in the bag. What time is it? That's it. We're out of time. All right. Let's gather all the stuff up and see what we did today. Clean that off. Alright, so we did a little bit of flowers today, basically. Lots of little flowers. Cups, some books, a broom, and a hose. Alright. Pieces falling off. Alright, I think that's good. So that's for today. Let me zoom back out. And I will be back on This is Wednesday. I'll be back on Friday, and we will work some more in this. So we got to the middle of page 18. Okay. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys on Friday. Take care. Bye-bye.